You're about to enter the world of Strawberry Ice and the Ice Cave. Let's go! Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice, the Iceman. I'm Jeff Turnipple. I'm a little excited, a little discombobulated right now. I just got done watching the Reds game. They won 6 in a row. If you watch me on Twitter, you'll know how excited I am. Okay, let's calm down. What's going on? I'm the Iceman, Jeff Turnipple. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I'm up to 1,133 subscribers. That is awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And as always, we're doing super chats. So if you guys want to support the show or anything, go to the YouTube channel and do the super chats. And the show is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, we got all that out of the way. Let's get to the Reds. As you actually, first, you can see I'm wearing my new Jackpot Joey shirt. Thanks, Maddie. If you guys are interested in these, go to the Jackpot Joey Facebook page and you can order them. Some of the proceeds are going to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Foundation. All right, let's get to the Reds. I'm fired up. They won 6 in a row. The starting pitching is unbelievable. Tyler Mahle went from, I didn't think he's going to get out of the third inning, to pitching a gem. I think he ended up with 12 or 13 strikeouts. I can't remember right now. Like I said, the game just ended. I just got done watching it. It's unbelievable watching this team right now. The hustle, the fire. Did you see Joey Votto? Did you see how fired up he was? That's the most fired up I've ever seen Joey Votto in my life. I mean, this is the stats. This is the third sweep in the last 4 series. They swept Colorado. They swept the Tweety Birds. Second straight 3-game sweep. First time since May of 2013. First sweep of the Boozers since August of 2009. That is awesome. The Reds were 2 weeks ago, they were 7 games out. We were all, including myself, the bullpen's still a problem. They still got to try to fix that. 2 weeks ago, we're 7 games out. As of right now, they're 2.5 games out of first place. They are 35-31. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games. A 6-game winning streak. This doesn't fire you up, guys. I don't know what'll fire you up. This is cool. This is the way they were playing back in April, which was great. And what they did in this series, first game, they freaking destroyed them. Second game was a pitching duel. They still won. Today, another pitching duel and just tenacious scratching, clawing, hustle. I mean, Nick Castellanos busted his butt down the line, got on first base. Tyler Naquin hits a rope down, hits a double. Nick scores. That's the first run. If he doesn't hustle and get down to first base, he doesn't score. Votto scored, I think, from first base. Dude was hauling. He was running as fast as he could. And he made it. It's these guys are just flat playing their butts off. It's so much fun to watch. I'm still nervous about the bullpen. Still very nervous. I still want them to go get some help for the bullpen. They had some bad news. Mike Moustakas in his rehab last night had pain in his heel again, so he's back in Cincinnati and getting treatment, trying to figure out what's going on with that. I think I'll bring in this guy. Jeremy D.
What is up?
Dude, I'm fired up. I am absolutely fired up for this Reds team right now. It is I'm just from where they were, like I said, 2 weeks ago, where we couldn't rely on anybody out of the bullpen, which, like I said, the bullpen still isn't that great, to what it's doing now. And I've bashed on David Bell. Honestly, I think this year has been his best managerial year ever.
It's amazing to me to watch the Reds lose these games that we've lost in the past, 12 to whatever, 50. And then all of a sudden it's kind of like we've turned it into real baseball again. And
yeah, it's like Crowd said, he goes to the Reds and the Boozers. You got to get it right. The Boozers. What'd you call them? The Bruiser? I think you call them Bruisers. I don't know. I call them Bruisers.
Yeah.
Brewers. The Boozers, did they trade bullpens? Crown, I'm with you, dude. I mean, it's like I'll put it this way. And I'm going to get back on my little soapbox here about David Bell. I think David Bell has done a good job of spoon feeding Garrett. I can't remember the last time he was in there for three batters. Last night he ended the game. He only had to get one out, but he was the biggest out of the game. This is the last out. The night before that, he came in and pitched against two guys, and that's what David Bell's been doing for him a lot here lately, not letting him pitch more than one or two guys. Now he's got to be able to face at least three eventually, but I think David Bell's doing a good job of trying to get his confidence back. And Lucas Sims, he's been a godsend. I mean, I know his ERA is 5-something, but I think he's got 10 saves now. And he's basically the closer. He started just pitching his balls off in St. Louis. They've got hearts. And what's going to kill me is if this ownership does not do something to help them out, I'm going to be so ticked off. Sorry, go ahead, Jeremy. I'm a little fired up.
Well, I can tell you right now, man, the 10-2 win was something that, I thought, okay, it's a 10-2 win is what it is. That's the way we play ball. We either win big,
right,
or we lose big.
Yeah, I was probably saying we're going to have to win like that all the time. Our bullpen was so bad, but
exactly. But then my boy Castillo come through.
Uh-huh. Yes, he has.
Starting to climb that mountain, bro.
Yep.
And then now we've won 2 in a row, 2-1. Them are the games you've got to win.
Right.
And if Cincinnati can keep winning those lower scoring games, and it just like last year, like you were talking about, not worrying about the moon ball every 5 seconds, just get on base, score the runs, and win the game. And these last 2 games, especially watching it, sadly in my office today, again through the window, but I saw a team like you said that was just scrapping and wanted to win the game, and they did. They won 2 close games in a row. We've swept the Boozers, and now let's go. Let's see what happens.
We're in this thing, and I had a thought while you're talking. I completely lost it. Now I hate when I do that. But the thing that is, I know what I was going to say. Where you're talking about the close wins, they weren't winning those last year. They had to. That was one of the things they had to improve upon this year is winning the close games. The last couple of years we haven't won them. We're winning them this year, especially in extra innings. I mean, we're like 8-2 or something like that in extra innings. You know, those are the games for championship seasons. You have to win those games.
Exactly.
Tim Beto says need to get at least a split in San Diego and then sweep the games against Minnesota. Yeah. Now, San Diego is going to be no joke. That's going to be a big test because we all know the Reds do not do good. Now, I say this, they don't do good out in California. Last time they went out there, I think they swept the Dodgers. But before that, they went there and lost 7 in a row. So San Diego is a very, very tough team. And, yes, you got to at least get a split, go to Minnesota and sweep that. And, dude, we do that. We could be in first place. I mean, the Cubs are playing the Mets tonight, and I think DeGrom is pitching for the Mets. So that's good for the Reds. Hopefully he'll do good, and we'll gain a half game on the Cubs. It'll only be 2 games out by the time, probably the time I wake up tomorrow. Yeah. We'll see. Foxy's chiming in. He says 13-3 in the last 16 games. Let's get Red Legs. Exactly.
That's right, baby.
You can't. I mean, and the thing is, they're doing this with a very, very suspect bullpen and 2 rookies in the starting rotation. I mean, Gutierrez has been a godsend. I mean, for him to come in and make the 4 starts that he's made, it's been great. I mean, those are something. And then Simon came in and pitched his first game in the majors, and he did really well on Saturday. Bruce Palmer. I think Bell is learning that he can't always win the game by going to the bullpen at a drop of a hat. True. Well, that also helps Bruce when he has not a very good bullpen.
True.
I think he's very, 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 very reluctant to go to the bullpen, and he has every reason to be very reluctant. But at the last 2 games, the bullpen has come through. I mean, not great, but they've come through. They need to go get some help here from somewhere, which I'm kind of hoping that when Sonny Gray comes back, which I think Bell said he might miss maybe 2 more starts. I'm thinking you put Simon in the bullpen. And when the other starter, Holmes, or whatever his name was, I can't remember his name, who got hurt, I'm putting him in the bullpen. I'm leaving Gutierrez in the rotation. Yeah.
Yep. And not to go back off the rotation like you were talking about, but you brought up some of these young guys too. And, you know, he's had a couple tough games now, but you go back to the first game against the Brewers, Jonathan India, man. Guy had 3 hits, brought in a run. He had no strikeouts. I mean, you know, it's good to see. You're not going to see these guys that come up that are new and young just consistently do this kind of thing. But to see him do that, you know, in a 10-2 win was very impressive to me. And then, of course, he's been a little bit average these last couple games, but we figured out how to win the close ones. And if we can stay in that mindset of how to win the close ones, we'll be okay.
Right, exactly. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, just can't see you.
Yeah, I don't know why. My camera's off.
Probably works best that way.
Hey, hush it, boy. I'll try to figure it out here. But Foxy's got a message for you. I'll let you read that, and I'll try to figure out what's going on here.
Jeremy D, did you check out the video I posted in the ice bar? I thought about you when I seen it, but didn't want to tag you in it and stick it to your page. No, brother, but let me tell you something, man. If you want to put something in the ice bar, we're all brothers. Stick it on there, man. It's all good. We'll go after it, whatever it is. We'll have fun with it. You don't have to worry about hurting our feelings or my feelings or his. We'll go after it. We'll knock it out. It'll be all good.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with this camera right now. I don't know what's going on with the other camera.
Oh, Lord, there you are. Okay.
I'm really close right now. Well, at least we'll figure out what's going on with the other camera later on. Yeah, sweep. It's awesome. I mean, it's yeah. I can't be more happy right now. Beetle says Santillan will likely go back to AAA to stay stretched out of the starter. Man, I can't read or talk today. I'm too excited about the Reds. Hoffman will go to the pen when he returns. Lorenzen should be back by the end of June. Lorenzen and Hoffman will improve the pen. Yeah, I know that they'll probably put him in there. I can't say his name. Put him in the minors, but I'm at this point. I'm like, they need bullpen help. If he's pitching good, I'd keep him. But what do I know? Either way, I mean, and the thing is, Lorenzen, you still got the thing is, we're waiting on Lorenzen. We're waiting on Hoffman to get back. We're still a little bit away from them coming back. So, but the bullpen stepped up and they've pitched great. So, Foxy says it was called this Alabama Dancer was the name of it.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah. You trying to mess with me because I'm in Alabama. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will find that post. I promise you after the show at some point, I will look, I will find it, I'll watch it, and I'll give you my, I guess you can say, comments after.
Well, let's get back to what Beto said here. I do think if you get Hoffman, let's say they do what he says. You get Lorenzen and you get Hoffman and put them back in the bullpen. That is going to shore up your bullpen. It's just my question is like when I have a feeling Lorenzen's not going to be back till like right before the All-Star break or right after it. So you still got time between now and then that they've got to just keep patching this bullpen together. I don't know when Hoffman's coming back. I haven't heard anything about him. And I got a question. I know he didn't start today, but the last 2 days, Aquino, the Punisher, started. I wonder if they're kind of putting him out there because we have an excess of outfielders. Putting him out there, showing people what he can do to possibly trade him as trade bait for a relief pitcher.
That is, you could be onto something there, because I mean, if that's what you were looking to do, that's the move you would probably make. I mean, if you were right, the GM or the owner or whatever, show what he can do, display, and if we can build the bullpen, then I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but you just pretty much said pretty much all that needs to be said that's about the only reason I can see to do that.
Yeah, Crown always has to remind me, don't forget about Hunter Green. Crown, I have not forgot about Hunter Green.
We love Hunter, buddy.
Hunter Green just got to AAA. Just breathe. This camera, breathe. Calm down. He'll be here eventually, Crown. I know. Crown has been wanting him up since April. He's been blowing me up since April. We need Hunter Green up here. I'm like, calm down. He'll get here. He'll be all right.
I don't know if Crown is 18 years old or 50 years old, but he loves him some Hunter Green. I don't know if he's watched him from the beginning. I don't know if maybe he was his babysitter, but hey, we love you anyway. He's coming.
Somebody named Larry Dean's got a message. I'm assuming it's for you since I live in Ohio. It says, move back to Ohio and be a real Reds and Bengals fan.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, got nothing out of them.
Gotta love family, right?
Oh, my goodness. But you will be up here to visit. We're going to go to a Bengals game.
Yes, we are going to try to make it this fall for sure.
It's going to be a blast.
Yes.
All right, let's try to get into some Bengals conversation here. I think seems like everybody – usually we talk Reds and the comments kind of die. So I'm like, I get them Bengals and then, things happen. So let's hear. Where's that? This is the one I think I want to go to first. Yeah. This is what Ben Baby tweeted out today. Said Bengals coordinator special teams coordinator Darren Simmons said wide receiver Trent Taylor is the front runner for the punt return position. Also referenced Puka Williams as someone built for that spot and working to make it up for lack of experience. So, and that's kind of what I've been saying. I think I want Darius Phillips, but I think they're going to use him more as a cornerback and don't want him back there to possibly get injured. And I think they signed Trent Williams to be a punt returner. That's what I think.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's the only reason I can think of. But it's kind of funny how things can change, pretty quick. Because what was it? 2 weeks ago, we were talking about, Puka pretty much. It seemed like he had the job almost from what we were reading and hearing and, just chatter. And next thing you know, he's fighting for a punt position. So you never know. You never know. We don't even know who's going to be starting yet, really.
Yeah, we got a long ways. They ended camp, the mandatory part 2 days early,
right.
Which some guys are freaking out about. Like, oh my God, why'd they end that? I'm like, I would have rather them stay and been there for the whole 2 days. But I understand. I think I understand why they didn't, or why they ended it. Oh, yep. Hank's back. I got a super chat in the house.
Hank, thank you,
brother. Thanks for the $20 super chat. Appreciate it, Hank. Joe Burrow yesterday said T. Higgins is going to have a big year. Bengals fan from South Carolina. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Joe Burrow was hyping up T yesterday. He said, I know one time he said I underthrew him, and he said, well, it was because T was faster than he thought he was, or than he was last year. Yeah. So I was like, all right. He's like, so he was giving T some props, and T was on Good Morning Football today too, and I know you watched it, and I watched it too, and it was interesting just listening to him talk about himself, but that's the thing about this team. I think they all kind of take on Joe Burrow's mindset. Their confidence, I thought they don't. To me, they don't come off cocky. They come off confident, and that's the way I think T is coming out. I think T is going to have a really good year this year. To be honest, I think him and Uno are going to be could be the two best wide receiver combos in football this year.
It could be. Or we could be all fooled, and it could be Chase and Boyd. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Either way, all three of them are going to be good.
Yeah, that's how good we are at that position. So, but T. Higgins, I've heard everything from come in looking like he's gained 15 pounds of muscle, 10 pounds of muscle. He hasn't lost any speed. Almost kind of a Calvin Johnson type talking. And when I hear that, my ears start to perk up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one thing T said in that interview with Good Morning Football today, he said that he's gotten stronger because last year he got knocked off his routes more than he wanted to, which is kind of surprising because I think he had 9 touchdowns. And
he did really well.
If Burrow didn't get, I don't remember his exact yardage, but if Burrow doesn't get hurt, he's getting 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
So to hear that and he wanted to improve upon that, which if you're in the NFL, you want to improve upon it every year, So to get bigger, faster, stronger, it's a good thing. And I think T's taking what he learned from AJ. And that's another thing he talked about, what he learned from AJ, because AJ was his idol growing up. So he got to learn from AJ for a year, and he's taking that and he's mixing it all in. And we're going to have a monster, dude. D-Ray's got a thing for Puka. And I know a lot of people on here want Puka to be the punt returner.
Yeah.
He said Puka will end up with a job. He's got 4.3 speed, which is fine. 4.3 speed is 4.3 speed. I got it. But John Ross had 4.3 speed, and they never tried him as a punt returner. So it's more than the speed. You got to have vision. You got to know when to fair catch it, when not to fair catch it. So, yes, and I have nothing against Puka. I just want the best person out there to be the punt returner.
Yeah.
So.
And the main thing about it is also catching the ball.
Yeah, that helps.
That's a big I mean, I hate to turn that into a joke, but we've all been brokenhearted and everything else because of this kind of stuff. And so whoever it is, maybe Puka's not catching the ball right now. Maybe they're not feeling comfortable with his ball control. But like you mentioned a second ago, we've still got a long way to go. We got a long preseason.
Oh yeah, we got a month till training camp even
We
starts
got
again.
a month of month of training camp. So anything can happen between them. What they're looking at right now, and maybe who's saying this guy might be this much ahead of this guy. You never know until it actually happens.
Yeah, D-Ray said, watch some of Puka's highlights at Kansas. It takes more than one guy to bring him down. James Brook 2.0.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got nothing against Puka.
No.
If he's the best guy, he's the best guy. I know Trent Turner has got a record of doing it, but hey, like I said, I don't care. I just want whoever's the best guy to be out there is what I want. All right. Jeff Anderson says, keys to Bengals winning is running the ball and stopping the run. Worst run defense the last 2 years. Exactly. And we were talking about that on yesterday's show.
Mm-hmm.
To stop the run, the two keys to me is DJ Reader and three. Ogunjobi and let me see. I gotta find the picture. I can't say him without having the picture. Here it is. And this guy. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Big Daddy Bayou, baby. That's 360 pounds of a slab of meat that you're gonna have to throw around. And hey, good luck to any center. Billy Price, I feel sorry for you, son, because he's coming after you in training camp.
Jeremy, Billy Price is on the Bengals team. I don't think he'd be going against Billy Price during the game.
I'm talking about training camp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
I
got a feeling that the price may go down.
The price may go down. D-Ray says, talking about Puka again, he also played slot receiver. He was the best player at Kansas Jayhawks team. He can play wide receiver, running back, and quarterback. Okay. Puka, they don't need him to do that. Honestly, I'm not saying Puka's not going to. I think Chris Evans, they're looking more toward him as being a slot receiver weapon than Puka. But we'll see.
But you never know. Yeah.
I want to get to this question that Clemson Domination tagged me on and a couple other people. And I sent it to you, Jeremy. And Zim Huday thinks I agree. I never said I agreed with this. I just said it's interesting. He said, would y'all be in favor of the Bengals in 2022 NFL draft, assuming Cincinnati wins 10 games or so, for the Bengals to trade their first, second, and 2023 second or third to move up in the draft to get Stringley. He is a badass cornerback. He's at LSU. He's going to wear number 7 this year, and that's what Jamar was going to wear if he played last year. That's a big honor to do. That's a lot. That's just a lot. And we're in June. That's just a lot to give up, man. That's a lot of potential talent to give up. I don't. What do you guys? Or I keep looking at the wrong camera. What do you guys think out there? It's just that's just a ton.
Well, as you guys answer here, I'll just give mine. I don't care if it's Stingley, Sanders. I don't care. If it's Joe Burrow, that may be a move you make for.
That's almost more than somebody gave up. That's like giving up that much for a number 1 overall pick.
It is. It's like getting Joe Burrow or
a lot.
Yeah, and guys, I love you all to death that are watching. I love you guys. Jeff does too. But I just, man, it's a lot of.
And it's hard. It's hard to say that now because one, you don't know what kind of college season he's going to have. You don't exactly know what season the Bengals are. I think they're going to go 11-6, but what do I know? But it's just like Jeff Anderson here says who knows what our strengths and weaknesses will be at the end of this season. Exactly. I mean, maybe Chidobe Awuzie steps up and is an all-pro cornerback. Maybe, Trey Waynes is. I mean, who knows? I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, yes, he is a top prospect and cornerback. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to get him. I mean,
yeah.
But to make that trade, that's just
that's
just a lot. That's a lot. I can't give up because even if the Bengals go to the playoffs and stuff this year, we're still need to fix stuff in here. We're still not. Yeah, I'd love to say we're going to win the Super Bowl and all that stuff. Hey, I think we're going to win the Super Bowl every year. I claim it every year, and you never know if things break the right way. We might. I don't know. But with that being said, you still got to add to this team.
Got to build. Yep.
Yeah, and I know Lutz was on the show this week, and he said that his prediction is the Bengals will go cornerback next year, which they might. I don't know. It is a really hard. I can't get behind it to say, oh, definitely I would give up all that for a cornerback.
No, I couldn't either. I know we got a lot of 1-year contracts out there in the backfield, but man, that's giving up a lot for your team for one player.
Right. Like Sean said, it's too early to think about giving up anything in next year's draft. We don't know who we are going to lose at free agency or how our picks from this year are going to pan out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. It's hard. The kid is a baller. He's probably going to be the best cornerback in college football. I mean, that's probably a given unless he completely screws up this year. So, and Hank says cornerback is our biggest question mark going into the season. I don't know if it's. It's the biggest because they addressed it. The one I think is the biggest for me, and it's just because they haven't really addressed it this year, is linebackers. That's where and I love Logan Wilson. I think Logan Wilson. I think Akeem Davis Gaither. I think they're going to be really good. But to me, they're second-year players, and we're relying on them a lot this year.
Yeah, and then if we're not bringing back Bynes, then we've got Marcus Bailey that they must have a ton of trust in, and that's your 3 linebackers. I mean, I don't know who else you put in front of those 3 guys. I mean,
right.
We don't have a lot of depth there.
Well, Bailey played on special teams a lot last year too. So
he did. So it's good to build that area too, like next year's draft, rather than giving the whole thing up for one player. And, even going out and signing another cornerback in free agency, a good one for a decent contract, to me would be better than giving up half of our damn draft,
Right.
But
it's not even the draft this year. So it's part of the draft the year after that. That's a lot. That's just.
I want to just give love real quick though to everybody that was tagged on that tweet. Because guess what? We wouldn't be sitting here talking about it if we never got it or they never tagged anybody on it or nothing. So
I got New Stripes, Zim Hude, me, CJ, Anton, and John Sharon.
And
Anthony, John Anthony. I'll get it right.
Yeah,
Anthony Kazenza, Cheezel.
Something.
Yeah, I hate Twitter handles sometimes. I just like mine is Jeff Trunable.
I wish I could just have Jeremy Dean.
Yeah, but you're Jeremy D's.
Yeah. No, I'm 8'4" D Jeremy. Oh my god. But if it wasn't for that tweet, we wouldn't be talking about it right now. So hey, it was a good question.
Yeah, I mean, top D Ray's got a comment here about the linebackers. Josh Evans didn't look bad last year when he got to play. That's another one they're going to have to rely on. So, I mean, they are putting a lot of faith and trust into Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, and Akeem Davis Gaither. So, to me, that's more of a question mark than the secondary. I honestly think everybody keeps – Lutz came on and said he thinks they're going to draft a cornerback next year, which they might. I don't know. But if our guys stay healthy, we got some proven guys on here. I mean, except for Chidobe. I mean, he's been injured. But they showed he had somebody else, Cincy Jungle or James Rapine or somebody like that. I can't remember who did an interview with him. And he said the Bengals were the very first team to come after him. So he liked that loyalty, and he liked it that they had confidence in him. And one thing that he liked a lot, which I think this says a lot about Zach Taylor, is everything Zach Taylor told him was true. He said it wasn't coach speak. So he's coming in with a lot of confidence. He feels the team is backing him up. And he could have a big year because he's a talented guy. He had a couple of injuries, and didn't get a lot of playing time in Dallas. So
true.
We could see what happens there.
And then you got of course, we got Hilton, who I'm telling you, everybody watching this show should know who he is. This cat ain't no LaShawn Sims.
Who are you talking
about? Hilton.
Oh, Hilton, yeah.
He's not just, he's not sitting down, gaming with his boys right now in a tournament. He's out working, bro, and he's out doing his thing. So if some of these guys work out, you pay them, you keep them. The guys that don't work out, you get rid of them, and you bring in another guy or two, whatever you want to do. But going back to the tweet, to give up all that for one cornerback, man, I love Denzel Ward. I would have took him in a second. He's shut down, but I don't know if I would give that much.
What's up, Natty?
To be on with you. What's up, Natty?
Natty's back. I got another one about our boy
back
Lou.
Again.
Hey, he's back again. Hey, sorry. Started getting into Slim Shady here. My bad.
Sorry.
Is it this? No, it's this one.
There we go.
Our boy Lou Armadillo is talking about Trey Henderson again from a tweet from Tyler Dragon.
Right on.
Lou Armadillo on expectations for Trey Henderson after being tied for number 2 in sacks in 2020. Be himself and continue to build off the success that he had. You watch him and how he's got his 13 and a half sacks, and it's with great effort, great technique, he's a perfectionist. So I think Lou is really planning on Henderson to add on to what he did last year. Yeah. My opinion.
Hey, same here. I mean, now you've got Hendrickson. We've got Renell Wren coming back, which we don't know what we're going to get out of him. He could be rookie of the year for all we know. You never know.
Wait. No, he's not gonna be rookie of the year. We signed him as free agent.
He's been injured so much. My bad. But defensive
Trey Henderson's the edge rusher we signed from the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, Henderson. Yeah, but then we got Renell Wren. Like I said, he could be.
Wren. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He could be. Defensive player of the year for all. He might have 15 sacks. You never know. And then we got Joseph Asai on the other side, and we've got the rushers there. We've got the guys to stop the run there. If it doesn't happen, it's not for lack of talent.
That's the thing. We actually, I think, like I said, we have talent this year, and we have depth. Now the depth is going to be tested with oh my goodness, who got hurt?
Ogunjobi.
The offensive lineman yesterday tore his pectoral.
Ogunjobi.
Offensive lineman.
The other one.
Adeniji. I'm like, you kept saying over like, no, the other side of the ball.
I can't keep up with these Ogun.
I know. But with him being hurt,
I love you though.
With him being hurt, our depth is already being tested.
Right.
And the Bengals I think, in my opinion, need to go out and get another backup. See, you mentioned Moses Morgan, or Morgan Moses, however you say his name.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of changed. They might get him because I don't think he's getting a lot of other teams coming after him to start, and that's the thing is like, if there's no starting jobs out there, he wouldn't be a bad guy to pick up, but he's a tackle. So I'm like, Ogunjobi. You made me say Ogunjobi. Adeniji was good because he could play tackle and guard. I don't know if Moses can.
But
so the kid, not kid, but Eason, he's a center and guard, so he can at least play two different ones. So I don't know. They got to find somebody.
He could, yeah. I was just thinking, I don't know if he can play right and left tackle. And if we could just pop Jonah in for, a year, 2 years, whatever, into that guard spot, and then jump him back out once Moses is, if we offer him a 2-year contract, whatever.
Whoever they sign for a backup right now, it's going to be a 1-year deal. They're not going to sign up for any longer. Now they're a backup, and Adeniji is going to come back. So that's the other thing is I don't see them offering them more than a 1-year deal, to be honest.
Yeah, and we're looking at $7 million on Moses, so that's a lot of money, and I guarantee he could probably play guard too if he needed to. But
yeah, I just don't know if he has. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's just it's a whole thing that we're going to have to get figured out because we've already started with our injuries, so we better.
Well, that's the reason why I'm okay with them ending camp 2 days early. I mean, because everybody showed up, for training camp. No other NFL team had that. Everybody showed up for OTAs when they didn't have to. All our guys did. So we got all, like Zach said, they got pretty much all the work done, and we already had Adeniji get hurt. So why risk it? Let's get to Chris's comment here. Marcus Bailey is my underdog breakout player for this year.
There you go.
I hope so, man, because I do think that they are trying to rely on him a lot this year.
I personally,
they're relying on all three of the rookies they drafted last year, I think.
Yeah. I personally think that he's going to be in the same room with Pratt. He's going to be practicing with Jermaine Pratt, and they're going to let him go at it. And may the best man win. I mean, it's his second year. He's got a full year of ball in him. He didn't play a ton of linebacker last year, but, I don't see him beating Jermaine Pratt out of his spot. I think Pratt's got a lot of good years left in him. But at least we know we've got a backup just in case, and we'll see what happens when it comes to training camp, man. All of our answers, all the questions will be answered after training camp.
At least we hope. Stewart says, How about Carmen and Spain? Can they play extra spots? I mean, honestly, I think Carmen and Spain, those would be your two starting guards. So I'm not sure what extra spots. I mean, Carmen, I guess, could kick out to tackle.
Yeah.
But I mean, Adeniji is a backup guy. I mean, he was in the mix for guard. I mean, as far as competition goes, I don't think he was going to be the starting guard. But that's the thing is they need to just it's just a backup guy. They need to get it because you got your guards are either going to be it's probably Carmen because I mean they drafted him second round pick, and then it's Spain and Sorfelia I think fighting for the other guard, and then you got Reef and you got Jonah Williams and most likely I keep saying most likely Billy Price, but it's looking like Trey Hopkins is starting to make some progress. So Trey, you never know. Trey might be ready to be our center come opening day. We'll see what happens there.
And Jeff, that is to me, and I know to you, and probably everybody watching and that's going to watch, that is a huge deal to have him a grizzled vet, a guy that doesn't ever get pushed back really into the quarterback. You can talk about what happened to Burrow, but that was around the sides of Hopkins.
That was Michael Jordan.
Exactly. I mean,
who did that.
Michael.
That's another interesting. You bring that up. That's another interesting thing that I think I got this off of Locked On Bengals. I think Jake Lisco was saying it that Michael Jordan basically he took that. And I feel bad for the kid. I really do.
I do too.
He took it all on him.
Yeah.
That Joe Burrow got hurt and he flat out went and apologized to Burrow and said it won't happen again. And he said Burrow doesn't want to hear about it anymore. He's like, moving on. Michael Jordan said, Joe knows I'm doing my work and I'm getting better. And to me, that's the effect of Joe Burrow. Yep. That right there in a nutshell. That's the effect of Joe Burrow. Let's get to this comment here that Hank has. The D needs to get out the field quickly. Those 8-9 minute drives are killers. I would much rather give up a 2-minute TD drive than a 9-minute TD drive where they grind us down on third downs. Yeah. Oh yeah, the long drives are definitely killers. I mean, that's where I think our defense is going to be better because of the talent we have, the run stoppers we have, the guys that are going to come out from inside and outside. Because Hubbard, they might drop him inside. Hendrickson, I know Lou's talking about dropping him inside and outside. That's the thing. This defense, I think, they're going to move guys in and out, drop them back, movement, inside, outside, back and forth. I mean, it's going to be like I said, a morphing defense is what Lou sounds like he wants to do. And I think he's, D-Ray says it's going to be a 4-2-6 base defense is what he's.
I wouldn't be upset with that. I want to see these guys moving around 4-2-5. Yeah. But I want to see these guys moving around. I mean, when we played the Pittsburgh Steelers and Andy Dalton was the quarterback, you could tell by watching the plays that he was trying to figure out, oh my God, okay, he's switching. This guy could come. This guy, they could all come after me. A couple of them, or 7 of them, could go back, and he didn't know. And
hopefully, I love when they're all standing up.
Me too.
I love that. I hope they can do that, and you have no idea who's coming, who's going. That's what I hope they can do, but that takes a while to get to that, I think. Stewart says, I can't wait to see Price with Pollock do or die here. And that's the thing, too, is Pollock was here when they drafted Price. And Price was ecstatic when Pollock got back. So Billy Price could have a good year. Who knows? I mean, we'll see. We will find out.
That's right. That's exactly right. And to go back to Hank real quick, when he was talking about, I'd rather give up just the long ones than the 90-yarders.
Right. That one.
I think what he was getting at is every team's you're going to give up big plays. So minimize those as much as you can. And then other than that, get them off the damn field and get Burrow on the field. And there ain't no reason why, we've talked in the past, this offense can't score 28 to 32 points a game easily, and our defense be able to hold people under that. No reason.
All right, Stewart has jumped in with a super chat of $4.99. Thank you, sir. I keep pointing at the wrong camera. Thank you, sir. Usually my camera's over there, but it's not working right now, so I got to look at the one right here. He said, what did you guys think of Joe's interview yesterday? I thought he looked strong. I think Joe looked strong in every interview, but yeah, I liked what he said. I mean, and I was kind of talking about this on yesterday's show. He has that calm, cool, collective confidence that I love about him, and I think it's perforating throughout the whole team. And I could see that in T. Higgins' interview today on Good Morning Football. I love that. I mean, and Joe is, he this is where you're gonna kind of feel bad for him. I hope he's mentally tough, but he hasn't had a break, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he won the national championship in 2019, being the first overall pick, having the COVID-19 pandemic, hurting his knee, going into rehab, getting back ready for his second season. And right now, everybody's going on vacation, except Joe's. Even if Joe went on vacation, because he went on vacation with his parents, and he's still rehabbed.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly right, man. And just to jump on that, if you go back and look at Aaron Rodgers or somebody like Brett Favre and see how they talk and how they act, and when they do their interviews, you see so much of that in Joe Burrow that it's scary, and that's awesome. A good thing.
All right, Hank's back. Appreciate it. $5 super chat. Appreciate it, brother.
Hey, man.
He said there's no reason we can't beat the Browns. Wait, excuse me. I cussed on my own show. There's no reason we can't beat the Clowns, Ratbirds, and Squealers. None of these teams are invincible. No, there's no – I mean, the key to me to beating the Clowns and the Ratbirds is stopping the run. And that comes to DJ Reader being healthy for a whole season, Ogunjobi, and Mike Daniels, and Big Daddy Bayou. We have 4 of them.
Yeah.
We had 3 last year, and none of them ever played in the game together because they were injured. So that's key to be the Clowns. The Ratbirds, you got to keep Jamar. They did the first game. First game we played the Ratbirds last year, they kept Jamar in check for the most part about running all over the place on us. And I think Darius Phillips was responsible for that. So hopefully they can do that again this year. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, exactly. And I was going to say, it also showed in the playoffs. It showed in the playoffs that they can be beat. All you got to do is stop him from running. He's not the greatest passer. Stop him from running. Get after Baker Mayfield when we're talking about the Clowns. And for the Steelers, they got Old Man River, Big Ben, Motel 6, Big Ben, whatever you want to call him. I like to call him Motel 6, Big Ben, but whatever. You know what? Get after him. And I'm right there with you, Hank. Right there, brother.
I'm with D-Ray. Wouldn't be surprised if we win division. Dude.
There we go.
He says he's drinking the orange Kool-Aid. Dude, I'm swimming in the orange Kool-Aid. I got us going 11-6, brother. So I'm with you.
Mine's just in a red cup, buddy. That's all.
Yeah, but he's got other stuff in there besides Kool-Aid, though.
Yeah, I wish.
I got to throw this up here for D-Ray. See, look, dude, I'm 11-6, brother. I've been throwing it out there.
Yep.
You know, so I'm all in with the orange sunglasses, orange Kool-Aid, orange everything. I got an orange shirt on. I got my Jackpot Joey shirt on. I'm all in, dude. And I think they got a look. They got a shot. My prediction was last year they would go 8-8, and I still think. And I remember you and me talking about this at the middle of the season before Joe got hurt, and I'm like, dude, there's a lot of winnable games at the end of the season. And I'm like, and then one of the games I said was Tennessee, and I can't remember. Washington was the one I was going to pick. We were going to win, which I still think if Joe doesn't get hurt, we're going to win. So I think we got a lot. If Joe doesn't get hurt, we would have went 8-8 last year. But I'll put it to you this way. This is one thing I've been thinking about too for a couple reasons. Everybody always goes back to, this organization went down when we lost Whitworth. Which is true. That's exactly what happened. I look at it this way. If they don't make that mistake, we don't get Joe Burrow. You know?
Very true.
Now, let's look at it this way. If Joe Burrow doesn't get hurt last year and we go 8-8, we don't have the number 5 overall pick. We don't get Jamar Chase. So, again, I'm trying to look at everything, with orange sunglasses on and stuff. I look at the brighter side of things. Looks like Joey's going to come back completely healthy. And we got a tremendous weapon. Yes, we don't have Andrew Whitworth, but we got one of the best. Actually, we have the best young quarterback in all of football. I mean, yeah, you can say Patrick Mahomes, but Burrow's younger than him. Burrow's younger than him. So
Burrow's the man. It wouldn't matter what age he was.
Mike Kyle said he'll do better. He said 6-0. I'm going 11-6, Mike. I think we have Shaq going 6-0 in the beginning of the season.
In the beginning,
yeah. Where do I have my? Here it is.
I'm too afraid to put mine up right this instant.
Are you scared?
I'm a scared little guy.
I got to lose against the Squealers because it's at the Squealers. I really do think we can win that one.
Right.
And then, I mean, if we go to Green Bay and win that, yeah, we can be 6-0 easy.
See, I could almost see us losing the first game to the Vikings with everybody being first game, and then beating Chicago, then beating Pittsburgh myself. So I'll have to look. I'll do my own at some point, but yeah, I'm probably not too far from where you are, buddy. Maybe a couple more losses for me.
Well, let's just put it this way. As far as the optimistic observations here, I'm 1-0 versus you, brother. You were like, I don't know if Joe Burrow's going to be back by game 1. Well, I'm like, dude, he's going to be back by game 1. He proved us both wrong. He's back by OTAs, dude.
Bro, let me tell you something. If I had bet my car on it, and somebody said he's going to be back day 1, that thing would already be on a flatbed heading to who. because I'm happy, baby. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad I'm wrong about that. I feel horrible that I looked up the show one day on Google, and it was the show where we talked about where I guaranteed the win. We were beating Washington, and then that happened. So what can
Hank
you do?
is rolling in it today. Another $5 super chat from Hank.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, getting Jonah Williams back and the additions of Jackson Carman, Riley Reef will help stabilize the offensive line. Yeah, and this is we kind of talked about it yesterday. I think this is a big, I don't want to say prove it year for Jonah Williams, but it's a big year for him. He needs to. I haven't lost faith in him. I think he's going to be a very good left tackle. I think eventually he will be a Pro Bowl left tackle. But yeah, I think this is a kind of a proven year for him. It's time for him to stay healthy all year and be the anchor at left tackle that we need.
Well, and I tell you what, Jeff, let me ask you this. And Hank too, if you're still around, you want to throw up, man, because hey, we're talking about it. So, okay, how long? And I'm playing devil's advocate, just but we missed Jonah for a year. We got him back for 3/4 of a year, and he played pretty good. How long is pretty good going to be okay for you guys? When does he need to really reach his peak before we throw him inside at guard and say, okay, we tried to draft a tackle and it didn't work out? And that's me. I hope it don't happen.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about that, to be honest. I think he's going to make a huge, huge step this year. I think they're all going to make huge steps this year because of Frank Pollock. I think Turner was teaching. I mean, he was literally teaching them techniques, like the two-hand punch. Mm-hmm. He's literally teaching them that. And they're getting beat on it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So they're doing what their coach said, and they're getting beat. So I really do think that Jonah's going to take a huge step this year. I know he's working his butt off in the offseason. So, and I'm not that big of a hurry to kick him in to guard. And just because you're a tackle doesn't necessarily mean you can play guard. I mean, like I said before, playing tackle is like playing in an open field. You go play in guard, it's like playing in a phone booth. I got some more chat or more comments coming up here, but I want to get this one up here real quick. Sam says, who do you think will have more touchdowns this season, Chase or Boyd? What do you got, Jeremy?
I got you know what? I think that the way that these NFL players look, they come after your rookies. They're going to try to demoralize them. They're going to try to make them look. So I can see a lot of double teams or defenses leaning Chase's way. So I think I would probably take Boyd just because of that reason.
To be honest, I'm going to take Higgins. You know why? I know that wasn't the question, but I'm taking Higgins. I'm taking T because I think Chase is going to get a lot of attention and people are going to sleep on T. I think T's going to get off to a good start. So I know that wasn't one of the options.
I had that option, but
I made my own option. All right, Stuart. Thanks for the $4.99 super chat.
Man,
how are we going to get through camp? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that question. How are we going to get through camp?
Healthy?
Health, yeah, I guess healthy.
Yes.
Is that what you mean? Well, that's one of the reasons that I think that Zach ended camp early. Because like I said, and I said it before in the show we're doing right now, everybody showed up. He said they did all the work they needed to do. And the other big key to that is I think he wants to they got to get to 85% vaccinated in the organization to be able to have in-person meetings, to have normalcy. And this team really needs that, I think, to because it is such a young team. There's so many new parts. So I do. That's where I think. I think that's what he let camp go because of that, and again injuries. We don't want any more injuries. So
no,
we've had too many in the last two years. Like Danny says here, injuries will kill this team. We need to keep our depth. We lost last year due to injuries. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We got to go. We got to get. Stuart agrees with you. I'm not sure what part you we started rambling on. I don't know what part he was agreeing with you on. But yeah, that's where I say they gotta go get another lineman, offensive lineman for backup. You have to. Because I mean you got Adeniji, and then you've got Seraphilia or Spain. One of them's going to start. The other one's going to be a backup. You got Hill, who's a rookie. Deontay Smith. That's it that I can think of off the top of my head. So they need to get some more guys on there. And Anthony, I do agree that I think Higgins is going to have a huge year. I really do believe that.
Yep. I believe this. I think they're all going to have great years. I'm excited to see if a tight end gets more yardage than a certain wide receiver. I mean, I'm excited, man.
I forgot about Fred Johnson. I don't know how I forgot about him. But Fred Johnson is not a guard.
No.
Do not put him at guard.
And he's not.
He's a tackle.
He's a backup tackle. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I still hold out hope that maybe he could be a starter. Not this year. I'm not saying this year. I mean, after Reef is gone, they got to find somebody. So I think he's gonna be in the mix next year if they don't re-sign Reef.
We'll see how he does. Yeah.
So, Anthony, and if Uzama stays healthy, he'll catch a lot of TDs. And that's the thing. And I don't know, Joe likes spreading the ball around. It's not going to be the AJ Andy show. It's not going to be like that. If they're open, Joe's going to throw you the ball. He doesn't care who's open. As long as they're open, he'll throw the ball.
Exactly. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Danny wants to know what type of year are you guys expecting from Moss? That's another diamond in the rough for me, man. I'm pretty high on him. I'm not saying he's going to be the starting tight end or anything. I think he's going to make some noise for us. I really do. Go ahead, Jeremy. Sorry.
You know what, man? I wish I could agree with Jeff. I really think they brought in Thaddeus Moss as just somebody that'll be in the practice squad. If we get some injuries, maybe bring him up, a couple games. Again,
I don't agree with that because one, they gave him 81. Two, when they announced the new numbers of the free agents, 81 was on there.
Okay.
So,
but he got let go by two teams already. And
yeah, he had a foot injury, which he got fixed up already. And he's the healthiest he's been, he said, ever.
I hope and pray that Moss is awesome. But to me,
they need him to be because they really only got two tight ends.
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you're saying about being a practice squad. They got two tight ends if they don't keep Moss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to keep him, and I think they'll put him
on a practice squad.
Well, I think they'll put him back, hold him back, there, and then if Sample gets injured, bring him up. If Uzama might have to get injured again, bring him up. I hope he does great.
I think they have three tight. They dressed three tight ends for a game. He can play special teams, and he's not. If he's a third tight end, he's not gonna. He's probably gonna play on special teams and stuff like that. He's going to dress. He's not gonna be. No. He's not gonna be a practice squad. You need to get that out of your head. He's going to be on the team.
We'll see. I hope he is. I hope he makes the team. I hope all that good stuff for him. I just, I don't want to get my expectations too high.
I don't have him high.
He's Randy Moss's boy.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to be an all-pro. I think he's going to be a contributing member to this team. I think he's going to be a good target in the red zone and stuff like that. And I mean, Ace was on the show. I think it was Ace, and he said that he could see them put him at H-back. I said I could totally see him do that.
No, if they want to play around, yes, I'm completely.
D-Ray just said H-back. Yeah, so I really do.
There you go.
I don't think he's going to be a practice squad. He's going to be on this team. They're going to find something to do with it. Is he Gronkowski? No, but he's a talented guy, and he's healthy, and that was the biggest. He played his whole last year college football with a broken bone in his foot.
Yeah.
And look what he did. So.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, dude, I agree with you completely. He's, he's got potential. All of that's there. But I just, anybody. The reason I'm saying this, just to let you guys know, is to ease kind of I've read a ton of stuff of Moss is going to take Uzama's job.
No,
Moss is going to come in and take Moss is going to be starting for the season. For all those people, for me, that's not the way you should look at it. If he can make it onto the roster as our third tight end, special teams, come in on a few plays, like you said, red zone, I can see that. And then maybe him turning into even something better. I would love that. Love it.
I just have a hard time with the chemistry that him and Joe had. I have a hard time not seeing something work here for him. I just, because I wanted him. You and me talk the draft last year. I wanted them to draft him last year.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. We got him, man.
Yeah,
guess what? They're Bengals, baby.
Exactly.
At any
All
point.
right, brother. It is 6:36. It just flies by, doesn't it?
I know, man. Right?
We'll get to this real quick. It's this Saturday. This Saturday is the Jungle to the Hall. I cannot wait. I am so excited. I just received in the mail a T-shirt from my friend Ken Riley II that I will be wearing very, very proudly to the Jungle to the Hall this Saturday. If you have not registered, please register. Make sure you go to Bengal Jim's Twitter. It's pinned to the top. Go there and register. The rally is at 1 o'clock. The whole thing starts at 10 a.m. If you can't, it's from 10 to 12. It'll be at Massillon High School, where it all started from Paul Brown. There's a tour of the Hall of Fame indoor football facility. You get pictures from the 50-yard line of the field and see the statue of Paul Brown, the man who started the Cincinnati Bengals for us in front of the stadium. From 1 to 3, we had the Bengals Hall of Fame rally. There's lots of surprise guests there. Willie Anderson is confirmed to be there. He's going to be flying into Cincinnati and driving up with some friends. Bengal Jim confirmed that yesterday to me on my show. There's going to be an in-person virtual tour or something like that with the Bengals, or a Bengal special display. That's what it is. And there's lots of special guest speakers. It is going to be an absolute blast. Like I said, my wife and daughter are leaving for vacation tomorrow. I'm not leaving until Sunday, until after this thing. So just got to give you guys a heads up. I'm on vacation next week. So there might not be too many shows. I might do one from the beach. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. And
just to rub it in.
I also just want to, thank you and Jem for rubbing it in that I'm not going to be there. And
we're gonna fly past you. We're like, hey, there's Jeremy down in Alabama.
Yeah.
Hey,
what's going on, guys? Throw me a you sons of. Anyway,
you sons of.
Jim, I know you're watching, right?
He always watches. Everyone watches Strawberry.
And if you don't watch till the end, then something's wrong with you, buddy. But I'm coming after you, Jim, because. Can't believe you do that in a time when I can't make it. Anyway,
but I gotta read this comment here. I gotta read this comment here real quick. This is cool. Chris Hoskins, hope I said your last name right, said, my woman asked me what I wanted to do this weekend for Father's Day. And I said, go to the Hall of Fame and support the Bengals. Hell yeah, brother. Exactly. I will be there. Hank says, retire 13. It's way overdue, which it's basically retired. Nobody's wore it in the game. It's just, damn it, they got to be in our Ring of Honor. Sorry.
They do. Yep. And we got to show up in force, guys, to make this happen. A couple people ain't going to do it.
There's really 200-something people there right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, let's get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. They are Houday Nation, Cincinnati Bengals, the Jungle, Bengals Nation, Bengals Houday Nation, Bearcat Country, hey, Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar, and they follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Twitter handle is Jeff A. Trennepohl. That's TRENNEPOHL. I'm also on TikTok. I did a couple cool TikToks today with Joey Votto and his explosion of emotion after he scored the run, and I'm absolutely loving it. So if you guys want to check that out, it's under Sports Strawberry Ice under at Iceman90. Once again, as always, I'll be pulling the sound off later on tonight. So if you missed any of the show and you want to sit here and watch us for an hour, you can listen to us. It's on BeanPod, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you download, like, rate, review, and leave a comment. Yeah. Tell me how much you like what we're doing, what you don't like. Actually, if you don't like it, don't tell me. I'm just kidding. I'll take any and all comments that you guys have. YouTubers, we're at 1,133 subscribers. That is awesome. Let's keep it rolling. Let's try to get to 10,000 as fast as we can. Jeremy D's.
Watch it. Watch it.
What's your Twitter handle, buddy?
You guys can check me out on Twitter. I'm watching you, Jeff. All you got to do is go to D84 Jeremy. Very simple. And you can click on, and then you'll see me, just regular Jeremy D, and y'all can hit me up with all your questions and all the fun stuff that this guy is probably about to go on and on and on about. But anyway, that's how you can find me. Very simple. D84 Jeremy on Twitter. Jeremy Dean 84 on TikTok. We do a lot of stuff together too. We got a lot of stuff on there, whatever, if you guys want to check us out. But don't screw me up, Jeff, because I'll end up screwing this up. Don't do it. Don't do it to me.
Shh.
But anyway, as jealous as I am, I'm going to make it to a game this fall, and we're going to have a blast.
Hell yeah, we are.
I'd love to be there with you guys. Just being a part of this community has been one of the funnest things. Getting to meet these new people that are some of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet, and thankful for that. But as always,
remember, everybody, all together now.
Remember one thing and one thing only, and that is you don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati, so act like it. Show up for Bengal Gym, guys. Let's do this.
Exactly. Bengal Gym is going to be a blast. The Reds have just won 6 in a row. They're 2.5 games out of first place. Cincinnati sports is freaking blowing up. Let's go! And that's just sports, baby. See ya!